in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the San Francisco 49ers and the Dallas Cowboys. Fields it in the middle of the end zone, and they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott, and he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Prescott from the gun. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 46. Toss left to Elliott. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
At his own 49.
Prescott down. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tucker roll that they can fall back on anymore.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Prescott. And that is incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And the 49ers will take over deep in their own territory. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Brissett now. Able to get this to Gordon. And he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12.
Okay, work with me here. Make sure I'm clear on this one. Inside their own 10-yard line, and they run a toss play, I know it works, but ordinarily that takes a lot of chutzpah to do something like that because only thing more dangerous is trying to throw the ball in that situation and maybe taking a big loss.
On third down, Brissett. Open man is Ayuk, complete. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16.
First down.
Ito Smith, his first carry. He'll have a first down past the 40, and he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
First down, San Francisco.
Play action now. Brissett. Man open. That's Deebo Samuel. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. From the shotgun, they run with Smith. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. To throw is Brissett. Open man is Samuel, complete. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
They'll try and run for it with Smith. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4 down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. This time it's Gordon. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing, Brissett. Looking for Ayuk, and he's got him. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. A good pickup there, a 22.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, that has to be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal at the 7-yard line.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Brissett. His pass caught. at the 4. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 5 yards that time on the completion, and now it's 3rd and goal. To throw, Brissett. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. George Kittle, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Niners have taken the early lead. Extra point attempt to follow here. And the 49ers grab a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Niners 7, Cowboys nothing.
Here is Wishnowsky to boot it away following the touchdown. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what?
Now the Niners get there and bring him down. D. Ford in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield. After
7-0 on EA Sports.
7, Cowboys nothing.
They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Prescott. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. This is Gordon. And down inside the 15 he goes. 16 yards, a 1st down. Well, CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Melvin Gordon, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers add on to their lead. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Niners 14, Cowboys nothing.
Here is Wishnowsky to boot it away following the touchdown. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
7 brings up 2nd and 3.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Elliott. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is just going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. He'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll result in a fresh set of downs.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll try to throw now. Prescott. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
On 2nd down, Prescott again. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54.
3rd and short yardage. Prescott. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game, because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Niners will go on offense 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
And now they're just looking to add to that total. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Out of the gun, Brissett. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. That was just one of those interceptions from our perspective here. We got a good view at the 50-yard line mid-level that quarterback and receiver were not on the same page.
Just by his reaction, I'm talking about the quarterback, he expected something different from his receiver, whether he expected him to break in, out, deeper, shorter. They'll determine that on the sideline. The bottom line, you could see that he thought he'd be in a different spot, except the defender was not his intended target. I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into a bigger point. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Now Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller, since the screen pass was available, whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a 1st down. Now
Elliott. Yeah, the Cowboys are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. It's a nice run there. Gets them down to the 6-yard line.
The 6-yard line.
So that run gets them about halfway home.
Yes, now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And this one is right through. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. Well, that's something of a pick-me-up. The offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all the problems either.
And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
At their own 26-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more trying for Ayuk, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
Intercepted. The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
The tackle by Eric Armstead.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now it's a bootleg with Prescott. Rolling to his right. Incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. 4th down now as San Fran's defense is strong in coverage.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
And his kick is good. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. That's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
2nd and 2.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon, and he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Brissett. That's going to be caught by Samuel. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Play fake. Brissett completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 29-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
First down.
First down, Brissett. That's complete to his receiver, Ayuk. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. On the counter, here's Gordon. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Now Gordon. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4.
The ball carrier.
And now they come up and spike it to stop the clock. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. Brissett. That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers.
George Kittle. Touchdown.
George Kittle, as the first half is winding down. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-6.
The score, Niners 21. Cowboys 6.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Javon Kinlaw able to drop him for a loss of 4 from his defensive tackle spot. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well, as we are back and started in the second half. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Here's Gordon. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On third down, Smith. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. On play action, Brissett. Got Gordon open, completes it. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Brissett now completes it to Samuel. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half. Brissett's going to keep it on the option. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down. So he is able to turn that into positive yardage, but I think it's fair to say that those are not the shots you're wanting your quarterback to have to absorb.
And he has to know sometimes when to say when. You have to know when to give yourself up, and let's face it, not easy for these guys to do because they're competitors as well. But sometimes you do learn your lesson the hard way, as he did there.
And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. Here's Brissett. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown.
The kicker on for the extra.
Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. I'll tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
I don't think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early. to let him get settled back in.
But they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
They go play action with Brissett. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Credit the sack to Leighton Vander Esch.
So we'll recount real quick. He had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
It's 3rd and long for Brissett. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. A 1st down carry for Smith. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Dallas, Texas is the spot. 3rd quarter inside AT&T Stadium. Glad you're with us. 2nd and 10. Another tackle made at the line, so they're converging well on the football now. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10.
And it's 3rd down.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
On 3rd down, Brissett. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give him 25 yards. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred. Still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
At the 33-yard line.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. A give to Smith out of the gun. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
He was brought
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down. Brissett sets to throw it. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
San Francisco.
So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. Back now in Arlington. It's 49er football here. They've got the lead as well as we get set to start the 4th and final quarter. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Smith trying to run for it. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. Here's a run now with Kittle. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
A lot can go wrong when you call a play like this down in the red zone, but that's where you appreciate this from your head coach. He's not afraid to trust his guys to do the right thing, and as a player, that means an awful lot.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. They'll try and punch it in. Gordon, and he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Melvin Gordon with touchdown number 15 on the year and 2nd of the game. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. And it's up and good.
Makes the score Niners 28, Cowboys 13.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
56.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
56 to Mike. 56 to Mike.
A 2nd down throw for Prescott. That one into the hands of Kane. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 15 yards on the play, 1st down. 4th quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You got the 1st one for the 2nd one to even matter.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time, and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
56, Mike, 56.
And again, it's Prescott. That's complete to his receiver, Kane. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 11 more on that one and another 1st down.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. A 1st down carry by Elliott. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18.
Elliott, the ball carrier.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. And this is incomplete. Amari Cooper, his intended receiver, but now it'll be 3rd down.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. Able to hit his target, Lamb. And the Cowboys are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
At the 9-yard line.
Now back to the ground with Elliott. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up 2nd and goal at the 9-yard line.
Here's Prescott. Flush to his right. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. He's at the 50, 30, past the 20, and into the end zone. A pick six for the 49er D as they score the touchdown.
For the extra point.
And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
Their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And that last pick six may have been the backbreaker as they now face a 3-score deficit in the fourth quarter. They need points quickly. And throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
47-yard line.
Here's Prescott. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott sliding out of the pocket. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Credit the sack to Fred Warner. Now Prescott. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards the play. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. From the 32 now, here's first and 10.
56.
Prescott from the gun. And Prescott, his third interception. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39.
He's brought down at the
a gain of 3, second down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The last run got 3. Now here's second and 7. They'll try and grind some clock with Gordon. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory.
He's across midfield.
Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
So the victory here for San Francisco, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the Niners, the final 2 weeks are going to take